My natural hair is down to my hips, and in the past 6 years of being on my natural hair journey, I have used over 20 different hair growth oils. In this video, I am going to be ranking every single one of those oils, telling you the one that is worth your money and the one that you should not bother buying. I am making this video now because I have reached a point where I have selected my go-to oils, my holy grails, and if you're interested in seeing all the oils that I recommend for you and my hair, stay tuned.
This is clean. This is clean. This is what I mean.
For the sake of not making this video too long and also making it cohesive, this video is going to be split into 2 parts. I am going to handle the first 10 oils in this video, then the second 10 oils will be handled in a later video. This list is in no particular order. Now, kicking off with the list is number 10, which is olive oil. Olive oil, one of them oils that I started using from day one of my natural hair journey. And to be honest with you, the extra virgin olive oils that we had available at that time and we still have available right now, to an extent, I am not even sure that it is original olive oil, because this is what we use for anointing in church. Anywhere and any place you go to buy extra virgin olive oil, that is the same thing we use for anointing oil. And from what I have researched, what I have learned online, extra virgin olive oil is supposed to be edible. You're supposed to be able to use this to cook. And I have tried doing this sometimes and it makes the food to turn out inedible. So I do not know if, again, fake or real, but it worked like any other oil would. The effects of this oil wasn't really that life-changing to me, if I must be honest with you, because I couldn't see the difference in the effects between this and regular oruru. Eventually, I had to stop buying it because it too got mad expensive. Coming up at number 9 should be argan oil. This has got to be the second oil that I've ever tried, and I tried it from this brand called Avon. I tried their pure argan oil of Morocco. It was light and it was very, very, very nice. I was using it on my relaxed hair and it gave amazing shine. To be honest with you, I do not know what the original texture of argan oil is supposed to be, because that very first argan oil I used, like I said, was light, gave amazing shine to the hair. But the second argan oil that I got this time around is actually from Temu, and it's their argan oil capsule. That oil is thick like castor oil, so I am not sure if argan oil is supposed to be thick or light, but love both of them all the same because they both give amazing shine. Number 8 oil is going to be pumpkin seed oil. Now when I tried this out, it was not straight pumpkin seed oil. It had other things in it like rosemary, batana, and so on and so forth, but the primary oil in the mix was pumpkin seed. This was light, also gave hair amazing shine, and if I am going to make a list of my favorite oils, this is definitely going to be top 3. I really love the oil, or I really love the product that the oil was marketed to be in, and if I see the opportunity to get it, I will definitely get it again. Number 7 oil on the list is going to be tea tree oil. Again, at the beginning of my natural hair journey, I was mixing carrier oils with essential oils. Tea tree oil was the very first essential oil that I got, and I got this at a pharmacy. I added this to the oils and I was using it to massage my scalp, and it did really well. Never had an itchy scalp during that period, never had any issues, at least no issues like I'm having right now, because once in a while I struggle with my scalp being chronically itchy. And making this video now is reminding me that maybe I should go back to it to see if it can help address my scalp issues, since it worked so well for me in the beginning. Number 6 on this list is going to be almond oil. Almond oil, to be frank, I don't know if the country is the one causing this, because what pushed me to get this oil was a review I saw on somebody's YouTube channel talking about how this oil is amazing for hot oil treatments and how it smells so good. I spent so much money on that oil. When I got it, it smelled like oruru. Effects were the same as oruru. I'm like, what is this particular oil that Nigerians are putting inside these bottles and selling it off as different oil? I used that bottle up. Again, effects similar to the olive oil and oruru. So I was not interested in getting it again, because if I was getting different named oils that were doing the exact same thing and smelled the exact same. Number 5 on this list is going to be mustard seed oil. Now, this one was different. It had a different color and it had a different smell to it. So, if I was going to describe the smell of this particular oil, I would say maybe it had big sulfuric. What were the effects? Again, the effects are similar to that of the olive oil and all the other oils that I had tried at this point, and for that reason I did not get the mustard seed oil again. The fourth oil on this list is West African palm kernel oil. I have used all the variations of this oil. I have used the roasted one, I've used the sun-dried one, and I'm going to tell you that I prefer the roasted one. It gives more shine, it is more conditioning, and the only downside to it is that it smells very natural, and when you apply this to your hair and maybe sweat comes into place, the smell can be pretty unbearable for some people. But this is actually really good. After coconut oil, this is the oil I would advise you get for, let's say, hot oil treatment. Again, this is not something that I'm going to apply to my hair and leave it on. I rather use this as a hot oil treatment that I can wash out. Again, this gives amazing shine, very, very conditioning, and when I was using this for hair growth, my hair was growing fantastically well. To me, what I would feel would be the perfect hot oil combo would be 60% coconut oil with about 30% pumpkin seed oil, then neem oil for lice and parasite prevention, then a dash of fragrance oil just to make the whole thing smell very luxurious and pleasing to my nose. Third oil on the list is rosemary oil. Now, I do not know if I was doing something at the time when I started using this oil that made me feel like I was seeing faster hair growth. I really can't tell if I was washing my hair more frequently, but the very first time I noticed that, wow, my hair is growing at a noticeable rate every single time I checked it, I was using rosemary oil. I am not using rosemary oil right now because I have been having misses whenever I want to buy it. When I buy it, it turns out that the oil that I'm buying is like a cocktail, other things are in the mix. So I have not been able to get raw rosemary oil for years now, and if I spot it, I'm definitely getting it. So this is one of my favorite oils slash essential oils. Number 2 on this list is going to be Batana oil. Now, I didn't notice any difference in this oil between it and pumpkin seed oil. Again, maybe it's because the pumpkin seed oil that I got had Batana oil in it already. So this I said let me get the pure Honduran Batana oil because this is going crazy online. This is a very viral oil talking about promoting better hair growth and all that. I have been using this for several months now, and I can say that my hair growth rate is still where it was. Shine is very good. It is pretty light. When it comes to the conditioning slash softening benefits, I would prefer to get the pumpkin seed oil that had this in it than to get just the Batana oil. That's my review on this, and to be honest with you, hair growth, when it comes to hair growth, oils don't really do what you think they do. Yeah, we call them hair growth oils, but they are used in other ways that actually help to promote hair growth. They don't make hair grow faster. They can be used as instruments to make your hair grow longer, but faster, that one is still to be decided and investigated upon. Now we are at the last oil for this video, and that is coconut oil, number 1, numero uno. Now coconut oil I have been using since before I went natural, and the very first oil that I used was cold pressed coconut oil that was made by the Hausa people in the north. This oil till date, best oil I've ever used. I have used sun-dried coconut oil. I have used homemade coconut oils I made myself using like 30 different coconuts. I have tried all kinds of methods, but the cold pressed one, the one that is thick when room temperature is like kind of cold, that is the best I've used for my hair so far. I am going to continue using it. In one of my last videos, I talked about how moving forward that I was going to use coconut oil mixed with neem oil as my hot oil treatments for this reason, and that reason has not changed. Like I said, maybe if I see some roasted palm kernel oil, I will add that to the mix because that gives amazing shine, and it should be somehow similar to the coconut oil because they are both kernels. I'm not sure, but I've actually noticed that oils that come from kernels, from nuts and all that tend to do better for my hair, or my hair tends to accept it more, tends to thrive with it more, like the argan oil, the palm kernel oil, then the coconut oil. Well, that's it for this video, guys. If you can guess what the oils are in my next video, drop them in the comment section and I'll be sure to show you some love. If you're interested in seeing more content from me, you are interested in seeing the part 2 of this video, make sure to subscribe, turn on your notification bell so that you get notified when that video goes up. I'm going to see you in my next one. Love you and choose.